Everybody, what is up? OCD Mikey coming at you live from Rome, Italy, and I wanted to go over, I had some, this is a typical old school Mikey video like you guys love. I guess I've grown a little more tolerant because I just don't care so much anymore. But the bottom line is, this is regarding something that I saw, the cable company, and I'm gonna start and preface this by saying I'm not ripping on the cable company at all. Look, these guys sell cables. Cables do make a difference. I'm a cable manufacturer first and foremost, more than anything. So when I speak to you about cables, it's coming from somebody that has a patent in cable connector design and has created many great cable designs. I understand a lot about it. But in certain occasions, I have an issue, or I take up issue. More than anything, what I want y'all to think about is really think about the things that you read, okay? So think about audio media as food, okay? Because when you read something and you look, you're consuming it, okay? So think of it as I'm eating food. And what is the food I'm eating? So some of the food that you eat, you go out, you might have McDonald's, it's junk food, right? It's not going to be healthy for you. You might be fooled into thinking that it's a good hamburger because it tastes good on the outside, but it's just going to kill you. It's death food anyway. So think about what you read in the same way. I want you to just, when publications talk to you, think about how they are talking to you. Think about and just try and imagine what their intent is and what kind of I hate to say it, but it feels like what kind of a dummy you are by the way they say things. A lot of times I can suss out a company just by their marketing, just by how they talk. So we're talking about AudioQuest. This is what really it boils down to, AudioQuest. And what the point of this is how this information was brought to you, more so about what was set up at the show. So it's regarding the Munich audio show, okay? And at the audio show, ELAC had some $350 entry-level speakers, and they had some Thunderbird, Mythical Beast, whatever. I mean, I'm not going to go into my feeling about naming stuff like that. Mythical Beast, Mythical Creature, Mythical Winged Monkey, whatever the hell the shit is. It's anything to just be different, right? So anyway, so they got the Mythical Winged Monkey, Thunderbird, whatever. No disrespect to Native American tribes. I know Thunderbird is Native American, blah, 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 yada, yada. It's all good, okay? I got to do this, right, in this day and age. I have to do all these disclaimers. Anyways, what they say is, okay, and I'll read this to you. And so I can't read it off my phone while I'm talking to you. But the bottom line is they're saying that they put over $5,000, and I'll get you the price and I'll put it in the vid. But the bottom line was they say, we spotted this thing, a mythical creature spotted in the wild, and it's on the $350 speakers. Okay, so let's analyze this. You're at a show. The company is trying to show you speakers, ELAC. At the same time, maybe, I don't know, they're selling AudioQuest cables. And then it says in the end, so it goes to show that, good speaker cables can turn an ordinary speaker into a phenomenal speaker. Okay. So let me be straight with you on something. A speaker is either a great speaker or it's a decent speaker. Speaker cables are not going to change that speaker into something different. It's either good or it's not. It's either great or it's not. Speaker cable can't change that, okay? So to try and tell you that by buying a $12,000 speaker cable, it's going to change your speakers into something different is absolute baloney, okay? So let's get that part straight too. And keep in mind, again, the reason for me doing this isn't to trash anybody. It's to make your awareness as to the audio media, the things that you're consuming, the information you're consuming, so you can push aside the chaff. You can push aside the bullshit. Because I think many times we read things, we don't even let it sink in. We just go, oh yeah, really great speaker cables. They made the speakers, oh, so cool speaker cables. But you don't think about what they're shoveling you. and they're telling you that a speaker cable changes the speaker from ordinary to absolutely stunning, okay? There's more resolution, the layering. They're going to use all the same damn terms that they use every single time for everything. Extended highs, more, fleshed out mid-range. I mean, I could repeat these things over and over. They use the same damn 10 descriptors for everything, and you'll see it repeated over and over, and you'll be like, you're explaining me the same way you explained what those speaker cables did is the same way you explained what that amp did, what those speakers do, the same things. It's just the same pablum, the same regurgitated vomit that's just regurgitated. And I'm asking for you guys to just be more aware and dig deeper than the surfacey BS that you see in the media. Okay, and then you ask yourself, okay, so what are they trying to do? They're trying, evidently, to make their normal speakers sound like $1 million. So they're hustling in a way that you're going to sit down, you're not going to think about the cables, because trust me, as a cable manufacturer, the last thing people consider at the show is the cables. The first thing they consider is the speakers. This is just the way it works. You walk into a room, the first thing people talk about is the speakers. Then they talk about the amps. Then they talk about the DAC. Then they'll go to other stuff. But very seldomly do they get to really talking about the cables and how that affects everything. So in this sentence that I will show you, they're telling us we sneakily used speaker cables to sell you $350 speakers to make them sound more than what they really are. Okay, so we're fluffing you. Okay, and then it tries to save. In the end, it's trying to save the cables and saying this, but the cables really make the speaker. Okay, which is an absolute ridiculous statement to insinuate that cables make or break a speaker. They do not. If a speaker is made or broken by the cables, there's something wrong with the system. There's a mismatch between the amp and the speaker. They are not working well together because you need the cable. I've gone over this a million times with transparent and their lunchbox in the middle of the cable and all this baloney, trying to make the amp and the speaker, trying to match a mismatched amp and speaker. When you match an amp and a speaker correctly, you do not need a lunch pail in the middle of the speaker cable to fix it, okay? So, I'm just, again, this is like a smelling salt. Let's really pay attention to this pablum that we're shoveled. And pablum is another word for what comes out of your ass, okay? Just the crap that you're being shoveled, and pay attention and be more aware, because, it's your hard-earned money. And look, I was just at Mark Levinson's place. Beautiful sounding, amazing. We're in a $220,000 system at his place, and the speaker cables were pencil thin, even thinner. They're Litz cable, just good quality copper Litz cable. That's what he uses. They're laying on the floor. They're not on risers. And his system sounded incredible. And I forgot to do the damn video. I was going to take the video and go down and say cables don't matter because of all these other videos that you see. Cables making fun, like cables are something super. Cables are made to make the dealer more money. That's what they are. They're an upsell, okay? And then they get you confused into the fact that you need $20,000 speaker cables. Again, that's my opinion, okay? Coming from a speaker cable manufacturer. I thought I would take a second to just review, because I got kind of off on a little tangent. But the bottom line is this. Let's think about, and I will insert this announcement that came via email from the cable company about this. Our friends at ELAC were showcasing the brand new $350 pair debut 3.0 entry-level bookshelf speaker. However, they were getting shockingly good resolution and eyebrow-raising low-frequency response from such a modest speaker. A quick peek behind the speaker revealed how this amazing feat could be possible. AudioQuest's mighty Thunderbird Zero speaker cables were firmly affixed to the rear. Truly, really good speaker cables will transform even a budget speaker into a great one. Let's just recap this, okay? So think about it. They're having you listen at a show where they're demonstrating a $350 speaker in a scenario that would never happen. Okay, so let's think about that. they're using a $5,700 cable on a $350 speaker. There's nobody in the world that would do that. So why are they doing that? That's what you should ask yourself. First of all, why do they need a $5,700 cable on $350 speakers? Do they need it in order to make them acceptable? That would be my first thought. Because otherwise, why would they do it? It's unreasonable. You would never do it. So as a buyer, a potential buyer, you're going to come, you're going to listen to those $350 speakers, and you're going to go, oh my God, they sound so good, those $350 speakers. And then they tell you in the end of the thing, the speaker cables are what turn these things from regular speakers into phenomenal speakers. So you're going to go there, you're going to hear something that is fake, essentially. You could make it happen if you bought $5,700 speaker cables and whatever was powering the things, but think about the audacity of what this whole thing is. A $5,700 speaker cable to demo a $350 pair of speakers. So you're getting fluffed. You're going to go in, you're going to listen to speakers, you're never going to hear the speakers like that because you're never going to have those cables on the speaker. So it's a fake. But you're not going to think about it. You're going to come and go, oh, listen how good the speakers are. I'll buy them. Then you're going to get them in your house, and they're going to sound just regular, okay? So that's my point about this whole thing, and this is just a little teeny insight into this industry as a whole, and they do this on much more grand levels, and I try and point it out to you guys. Some of these components, you open them up and it's ridiculous. We looked inside the ESD components from China that were, $4 million, and it was ridiculous. The inside, the build was so shoddy. It's the same thing, man. There's so much smoke and mirrors in this industry that you just need to remain aware. Keep your eyes open, okay? That's all. So take it for whatever it's worth, but I just wanted to do this quick little Mikey rant to let you know that this is the kind of stuff that you're being fed on a daily basis, and maybe you want to consider the sources of the stuff that you're being fed, and then just go into it knowingly from make decisions based on knowledge. Don't make decisions based on marketing, because they'll always lead you in the wrong way. It's always just going to be them pushing something for one reason or another. So anyways, keep your eyes open. Thanks for joining. More videos soon. See you.